Right, so in this video, I'm just going to give you some general advice for the fight based on what I saw, and especially based on the things that you can do that I think that they are not going to prepare for. You know what I mean? Um, so yeah, let's go first for the whole fight, right? Advice for the whole fight. This is more strategy, not tactics as much. I'll give you another video, the next one, where I'll give you more specific things that that I'm going to talk about here. First off, you need to keep your strikes tight. You need to keep your guard high. He's taller than you. He will, like I said, the left hook, the straight right to the head, and solid kicks when he's in a good position. So this guy really likes to read people, and he's good at it. Good eyes, a good brain, smart guy. Which means for the first round, what I recommend that you do is that you feed him false information. I'm not going to say abandon whatever game plan you have, especially on the grappling side. But I'm just going to say whatever you choose to do in the first round, don't do it in the second or third. He's got very few weapons at his disposal, the ones that you can see. His big weapons are the weapons that you can't see, which is his eyes and his brain. So, first round, download information, whatever you can. Try to, check if all these things that we talked about also working. But especially feed him bad information, I'm not saying make mistakes on purpose. Just do things that you are not going to do on the second or third round, right? I would say if you want to take him down, don't go for double legs immediately, He's pretty good at defending relentless takedowns. Like if a guy goes with the same move all the time, usually doesn't work on him. You got to go for other stuff. So you got to get close to him. The other reason why I don't recommend going for the double leg is that if you change levels, it's going to be really easy for him to knee you or kick you in the head. And even with small gloves, I don't think it's a good idea to risk that. But if you guys have a good plan, then you follow that plan, right? So the first round, if you want to take him down, go from a body lock position, or at least go from a position where you're stuck on him, right? And then do some chain wrestling if you have to. But in the first round, the goal is to make him react a lot. Take advantage of the fact that he needs to, use his brain. So yeah, we're gonna get that thing pumping and get that thing tired. So use feints, all right? And also actual combos, but never stick to one or the other. Either you do feints and do nothing, and then do a feint and do a combo, right? And don't do the same combo 2 times, even if it works, even if it works, because then he will know that it worked, right? For the first round, take your time. It's read each other. I don't think it's going to be easy to finish this guy in the first round unless you catch him with something, and then good for you, right? For the second round, I'm going to say something that I think it's more to your mindset, all right? For the second round, don't be aggressive, be annoying. Make him think, make him reset. Do things you didn't do in the first round, right? More importantly, start using your counters as well. You need to counter his counter. He likes countering, or he likes to push forward, So counter his counters. He doesn't do well there. He has a lot of fun when it's his turn to counter. So you throw something and he counters with the left, or comes with a straight right, or throws a nice kick. But if you counter that, he doesn't like it. So if you actually want to take the initiative to hit him, the way you can take the initiative is by forcing him to counter, and then you get to work. That's when your work really begins, right? I recommend that you think about what you're going to do in round 1 to get him to react that way, so that in round 2, to counter his counter, that's going to be something new to him, and he's already thinking about what happened first round, second round. Give him something new every time. In round 2, when he's gotten comfortable in round 1 with his resets, it's really important to disrupt the resets. He steps back 2 times, resets, and then goes back in or steps back 2 times, resets and reads you, don't give his brain a break. Disrupt the resets. If he moves back 1 and 2 times in a straight line, usually follow up. I don't recommend you follow up in a straight line. I recommend that you throw feints while you follow, and never actually show the strike that you want to hit him with. But really disrupting the resets is very important to get him exhausted, and to get him open. Because that's when he's going to start dropping his hands. That's when he's going to react. That's when he's going to lift his chin a little bit. That's when he will go look for the clinch, perhaps. Round 3. In this case, I don't too much speculation for the fight. Listen to your corner. I don't know who's going with you, but I really hope that they've gotten a good idea of what's going on. And on the 3rd round, maybe late also on the 2nd, but get to work. Like proper work. It's your turn to dig in, and fight the fight on your terms this time, right? So on the first one, you give him, whatever information he wants to download. Round 1, you don't have to lose the round. Just give him stuff to think on. Round 2, counter the counters. Maybe start making it into a more educated or what can I call it? A controlled brawl, on your terms, right? So whatever aggression you have inside, because I know you got that shit. Whatever aggression you have inside, really, I would say save that for round 3. All right. I don't know how the grappling's gonna go. I don't know how you're gonna feel. I don't know how hard he hits. Save that aggression for round 3, because it worked well against him on 2 occasions. When on the first one, the other guy started being more aggressive, the PFL fight, and Christian basically folded. And on the fight that he won, that I saw, the other guy folded in round 3. So if he thinks he's got an edge over you, he gets to work, But if he doesn't, and if you just keep that work on him, and you gotta be mean, be aggressive, 3rd round's yours. I really think so, unless you get caught with something that's hopefully not do your job. Right, and especially in the 3rd round, works wonders. Kick away, man. Use your kicks. Kicks to the body, kicks to the legs. All right, we'll be back to that in a minute. For the whole fight in general, keep your strikes tight. High guard here, right? Protect your temple, all right? Not just protect everything. Protect your temple. When you're backing up, be ready to check kicks. So like back up a little bit and lift the front leg, just a teeny bit, just enough, because that's when he likes to throw kicks, when he's got dudes backing up, So be ready to block that. I'm sure you won't enjoy it. Very important, during the whole fight, avoid eye contact. Look at him here. No eye contact. For 2 reasons, I think. The first one, because he wants to download information. He wants to see what you're doing. The second reason being that he often looks like he feels like he's in danger or scared. And I don't want you to chase that, Keep it tight, keep it controlled. So a good way to do that, if you avoid eye contact with him, it's going to be at your advantage, On the ground, whatever. But while standing up, avoid eye contact, Don't look him in the eye directly. Super important, and this is about the whole thing about catching him when he's backing up and countering his counters as well. Don't get into a ping pong fight. And the ping pong fight is like this: my turn, and now his turn, and now my turn, and now his turn, and now my turn, and his turn. Don't do that shit. The whole thing with this dude is you have to disrupt his rhythm. You have to disrupt his resets, and you have to counter his counters, which means you have to be in control when you get in the pocket. If you do that, I think, I really doubt that he's going to try to counter you, because whenever he's in a moment where he's in the pocket and more than 1 or 2 strikes fly at the same time from both sides, he tends to, he tends to forget his placement, he tends to forget his range, and he reacts heavily, on instinct, like he's a bit twitchy in that sense. You can really take advantage of that, All right. So really don't get into a ping pong battle. Also, because like we said before, he's got good eyes. He's good at reading people. If you get into a ping pong thing, then he's gonna start to read you better and piece you up. Okay. More in a moment.